let's call the meeting to order.
It's not so screen to me.
Lori. Call the
Ferrari,
here.
Iacocca,
Here.
Fitzgerald,
Here.
Close,
Here.
Stillman, here, Jenny. Here.
Okay, you have already received the minutes from the February meeting. Are there any amendments or changes?
I have a question about. I have a question about the minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay. And last week or last month, we had a discussion about the contractor taking control of that property when they're construction. And I noticed there's no comments in the minutes about that at all. And I was wondering why. It seems like this is an open meeting and it seems like that would be something that the public might be interested in.
Do you have a copy of the last one?
I do.
There is a statement from me. It says the fencing encroaching.
That's really light.
All right, yeah.
The fencing encroaching the
Yeah,
18th.
it says, discussion ensued regarding the impact of fence on play, especially in tournaments starting in April. Mr. Akulo had some comments regarding that.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so there was it wasn't from the contractor, but it was from me about the
I mean,
construction.
we can't put in verbatim, these discussions, but
I understand that, but the statement was that the contractor has control of that piece of property. And that's a Rossmore piece of property.
well, that was one of the statements probably that was made during the discussion, as there were many, and I just,
Okay,
really. Would you like to?
Amend it? You could have
Amend
proposed to amend it.
no, I just thought that it should be in there. That's my proposal, that it should be in there that they have control of that property.
Well, I can't.
I'll
wanna make an
propose,
amendment?
I'll propose that amendment.
When a proposed, you stated, so
Yes.
Lori,
In the last month, there was a statement made that the contractor has control of that piece of property.
in that,
And that they make all the decisions on what's being placed over there.
all right. With the amendment, are there any other changes? Then they are approved as amended. All right, my chair report. I have good news and bad news. Good news is, in case anybody here is not aware of it, the fence that we've been talking about for months finally was repositioned this week. And so that issue is in our rearview mirror, if you will. I'm gonna let Mark speak maybe during your management report, show some details and telling us what's going to happen going forward. That's the good news. Bad news is that this is Mark's last golf advisory committee meeting. I'm not sure what was here before the golf advisory committee, probably something. But if you were to add up all of these monthly meetings that Mark has come to, probably in the hundreds, I guess. So I'm sad and happy for Mark. Kind of happy for him because as many of us here know, he will soon be joining us in the retirement community. That's going to be a big change for you, and I hope you're able to take care of it. I know that before I retired, I asked a lot of my friends who had already retired and says, what in the heck do you do all day with that extra time? And I couldn't imagine, but you have new experiences, new friends, you have new the things that they can do, and the time gets filled up. I just hope that for you, it turns out well, and I'm sure it will. And I'm sad, or the committee is sad, because over the last 3 years that I've been here, when we would ask you a question or ask for an opinion or maybe a recommendation or something, we were tapping into 30 years of your experience, and the advice was wonderful. I mean, we just couldn't do without it. So that's going to be missed. So on behalf of the committee, and I'm not speaking for all of the people who came before me, but if I can, I want to thank you, give you sincere thanks for everything you've done and how much we appreciate it. So,
Thank you, Bert. Really.
so, I mean, if anybody else wants to make comments, maybe you can do it when you are speaking as part of your,
Just want to comment on what you said.
yes.
You haven't seen Lissa's list.
That's one of the things. Okay, that's one of the things that's gonna.
Nor have I, actually.
That's gonna fill in.
Monday morning's gonna be different, that's for sure. Next Monday.
All right, there are no correspondence or announcements. There is one member speaker. Mary, would you like to, I think that, is it turned on over there? So remember, you have name and address, please, and you have 2 minutes. That's all.
Good morning, Mary England, 1200 Fairlawn Court, number 8, entry 5. And I'm wearing my dark glasses today because it's emotional for me that Mark's leaving. Bert's already seen me crying. So thank you for all your decades of exemplary work. I've been here 21 years, and Mark, you are the example of the best of the best. And I have high confidence that Jackie will follow and lead us well. Thank you.
All right, RWC, Mr. Bentley.
Okay. First of all, we touched on a little bit, the bridges, we're in phase 2 on the 2 bridges on numbers, well, it's number 6 and going on to number 7 are the 2 bridges. The last one on number 6, and on Creekside, and then going on to Bridge 7. This will be in the design phase of it. They're going to come back with designs of what the bridge will be looking like.
It's actually the construction documents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there'll be some things in there about what it'll look like. And then, after that gets all approved, I'll have a better timing as to when that will affect the 2 holes that we're gonna be dealing with there, and what they'll be doing to help us get through that while for continuing golf. The other thing is pickleball. Pickleball is expanding and breathing and shortening and shrinking and doing all different kinds of things that is going on there. As you pull in, you can see that they're continuing trenching between the 2 water catches that are on there to finish off the water line. They're doing and running electrical and doing different things to finish off that. And this morning I saw a cement truck coming in. I know that very shortly that they're going to start pouring the foundation, and the foundation, this one here kind of snuck up on us, so we didn't really have time to get anything in the paper about it. But I believe there's going to be 2 more pours where trucks will be coming, large trucks will be coming in and out of here to finish off the pour. And
4.
4 more days. Oh, I thought there's 3 after this
And they're
one.
much bigger than what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, so that's all starting on the foundation, and those we should have enough notice to be able to put timing in the paper.
Well, the first big one is March 18th,
Oh, okay,
and then the 3 subsequent. They're looking at the dates for those, and we should be able to get those in the paper. And the reason we wanted to give heads up is because they do have an exemption just to start a bit earlier on those days, so they can get the section of core done. on the day.
Yeah, so if you see them there before the normal 8 o'clock start time, that's the reason why. And the other thing, the only last thing I have is, the list is true. It never ends. But it's not a legal size. It starts out legal size, but now I'm down to note paper. As long as I keep up on it, but your list for things to do will be there. And we're gonna miss you. Gonna miss you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. Okay, Marcia, for the 18ers.
Thanks for moving the bar to 11. Many people are very appreciative of that. It helps a lot of people. Game descriptions of play for the whole year were sent out to members, so they will know ahead of time the descriptions of each games. Pace of play suggestions were sent out to members, to help out during the lunch parties. Cindy Sunsilly had an idea at each table. She had a piece of paper and some pencils for each of the groups of the tables to come up with suggestions for pizza play. And then they asked 2 for each one. So they were very interesting ones. And hopefully it did help a lot of people apparently, because at the party they said, oh, I should be doing this. That helped. The invitation was still in June. Meet me in Palm Springs. And Frank, thank you for the fence really bad. We noticed it the other day. I understand the early start time is gonna be what time for the foundation?
There's good, well, Ann, go ahead on that.
So between 6 and 7, they're mobilizing, so it's not like the noise, the actual
So
equipment.
people that live around the.
Correct,
Yeah,
yes, they're
okay.
trying to do more of that.
And Mark, we will
Here.
definitely miss you. Definitely. And Lisa will have, when David retired, very interesting, because he retired and we had moved to Arizona. And his comments, well, what am I gonna do? So he decided to take over a lot of my jobs to do on the checkbooks and something, because he was finance, but he didn't handle the whole home fan. That was too small for him. So he took it and I said, like, so everything I've been doing for all these years is wrong, you know? No, but you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, Dave and I have a great membership, and no comments for you. He's my neighbor. And so it's a lot of fun and you'll enjoy it.
How many members?
Members,
Oh, still it was 120, I believe, for the last time, just saying, that's changed the last month.
120. Okay, thank you, Judy, for the Niners.
Okay, I'm gonna have Mike, you want me to? Or Alan?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we currently have 151 members with 3 social members. The tournament season started on opening day, March 5th. We had a Wayne Bow scramble. So Wayne gave everybody a mulligan, which is nice. So that was followed by lunch, with the introduction of new members and signups for team play, reciprocals, and open day. And the directory and Creekside common rules were given to each attendee. These are what we have, and they're really very handy for anybody that plays Creekside. And I don't even know who made these up. Do you know who made these up? Or put these together? I don't know. But anyway, they're plastic, you put them in your bag. So, and it tells you the various holes and so forth that you can have help with if you need it, if you want to follow the rules. So, and during that luncheon, Mark came in and we gave a standing ovation. It was wonderful. We will truly miss you. Yesterday was the beginning of the 12th, on March 12th was play day, T by handicap. And that's all. And thank you, Mark.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Judy. All right, Pat, for the men's club.
Men's club currently has a total of 273 members, which is consisting of 250 residents, so active residents, 20 resident guests, and 3 golf shop employees. Our full season of golf and social events has begun in March, beginning with the 4-man scramble this past March 4th. And all clubs social was held on March 11th, during which our golf community recognized Mark Eptic at his retirement, and presented him with tokens of our gratitude for many years of service to our community. Thank you again, Mark. We will continue this month with a schedule of golf events culminating with a two-man champion on March 25th. We'd like to note that we are very happy to see that the fencing that protects pickleball construction site from the 18th green to the Dollar Ranch course has been moved back from the green, and look forward to being able to play on the screen very soon. On that. I have one issue that I just would like to bring out. I'm not sure, it's not in my minutes. I can leave it for later if you wish. However, it has to do with the new restaurant. And I'm not sure if this is going to be a problem or not, but as many of us know, especially with the men's club, we have events that where we serve breakfasts with the home and home, and then lunch. And we usually have had the restaurant open to that. With the new owner, we've made inquiries to that. We're not exactly sure how this is coming out, or will come out. But right now, the new owner has not given us any indication that he's interested in doing breakfasts. When we told him how many we could be serving at one time, all of a sudden it changed. So I'm not sure if that's yes or no. The facility, certainly, if we can't use the restaurant for breakfast, I'm sure we won't be able to use the ante room, which you've been doing it before. And then possibly getting one of these rooms for use. That's with the recreation department. They're doing our staff is doing a inquiry with them right now. I haven't gotten feedback on that. We tried to ask if we can get the event center for breakfast, and we were flatly denied by the recreation or by the reservations department, saying they would not come in and work that early in the morning to set it up.
What's the time of it?
Our breakfasts start at 8 o'clock. And it goes for about an hour.
So like the services at 8?
Yeah, well, yes.
You know what, why don't we talk after with more details?
We can, yeah. Okay. But again, this is something that may be festering, it may not, it may be resolved very easily, we're just not sure, but it is something that is on our minds. So, and we're coming up soon with the season, we'd like to really get it resolved before that.
So that would affect in some degree or not all the other clubs.
Yeah, it's not only the men's club, certainly any other club to here, regarding, in addition to the golf clubs. Whoever is working with like in the past, we've worked with Stan at Creekside, and he either served us as a caterer, used this facility or not. Right now, we're continuing to use Stan. He comes in here, but the restaurant's not open, so we don't know how that conflict, if there is a conflict, will there not be a conflict? He's still willing to work here with us in the future.
It's not a conflict.
The breakfast though, from the ladies discussing the other day, is we cannot get in early enough. You know, they serve breakfast at 8 o'clock, but they cannot get in early enough to set up. So they cannot use the event center and the other, you can, or even here, you can't get in early enough.
If I had, let me work to get the schedule of these and see what we can do, because it's true that the restaurant is doing what their model is, and it could be that they may grow, you know, if they get footing, but we don't want to disrupt something which has been a core.
Right.
And so we'll figure out.
I heard that the same thing with them. Once they heard how many people that could be workable, I think working with his person that did the catering, I don't think that they really understood or how some of the stuff worked. And no, we don't need breakfast every Monday through Sunday. It's just we need breakfast on these special days. And I don't know that that was actually clearly discussed. The ladies have a little more problem with the catering pricing, because everything was an add-on, $3 for fruit, $4 for coffee, $4. So the price was for the catering part of it. But they're going to try to just talk to him to see if he really they understand and not just the catering person.
And currently, they're not
So-
interested in giving us a price per se for a full breakfast, which would include these items. The answer to us was at the time, we have a menu, work off the menu, and there's a per price on the menu. When you start adding those up, all of a sudden, the cost for the breakfast is just too high to be asking for from those clubs as well as we're offering. So these are issues that are still festering, we're not exactly sure. Just to put it in context, the men's club alone gave, and this is not for publication. The men's club alone gave Stan Gideon and his group close to $100,000 in business last year. That's no small change. Of course, that's in total gross business, and what his profit was out of that, I don't know. But nonetheless, that's a big amount of money. And if the new restaurateur is interested in maintaining this business, you know, we need to have some coming, I hate to say it as a come to Jesus meeting, but some sort of a meeting to come to mind.
So I think if I can just talk a little bit, and Ted being a restaurant operator, feel free to join in, and you know, the sitch, right? So that is a leased space. So Stan had a model that worked as his business model. I will tell you that we were not aware Stan was doing this, because Stan could do in that space what Stan wanted to do. So it was a service that Stan's business model offered. It wasn't a service of RWC. All that being said, it's a cultural thing. It's not like you're gonna be able to go to the Habit and go over here and play golf or anything like that. And so I know what our reservation hours are. I think that we'll try to have to find a middle to make sure that culturally you can still have that. And you can use whatever caterer you want. Because even catering menus and how people cater, it's going to be different from business to business. And just so you know, Rodney's focus right now is getting the restaurant open. And there's, you know, lots of things about doing that and getting in here and testing the menus. And then he's going to start building catering, but he can't come in and assume the 100% of all the demands. I don't think he would be able to right away. But it's an ongoing conversation. My concern is the immediate thing is that you have a place to have breakfast.
Mhm.
And so we'll work with you to see what we can do for this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I guess that's an issue that we can revisit for sure next month.
I think so. The thing is, we have our first home and homes coming up in April. I believe I pulled the schedule. So we're gonna have to have it resolved prior to that. You know, whether we continue on our own doing what we did.
Can I ask I don't need to comment here. So do we have the representative from the different clubs that know the dates that they are now displaced for breakfast that they could spend me? That would be helpful, because it's a scheduling exercise for us. They just need to know that we can alleviate our rules, so I just need to give that wording.
You need to get that from the
It's
clubs.
really
or-
that simple.
You need to get that from the clubs or
Oh, you do have them? Okay, so maybe if I just do through one point of contact, and then we can just make sure that everyone's covered.
Okay, very good. Kurt, for the hackers.
Thank you. Currently, we have 125 members. 28 are new members. Our first tournament is Saturday, March 21st. We have 71 signups, 2 on the waiting list. And this is followed by our first attempt at a pizza and wine social. Following that, and we do have 45 signed up, which is more than we've had in quite a while, so that might work. And also, Lori, I have emailed you my report this morning.
Oh,
Okay. Just for Mark, I did want to say, you know, you made me feel, when I first came here during the pandemic and came down and tried golf, you're the one who made me feel so welcome. And you're the reason I'm here. Because I probably would have just come down, tried it, and that would have been it. But you and Andy, Newrider, took me under your wing and made me feel just like this is a place for you. And so thank you for that. And I also want to say, not just thanks to Mark, but I want to just say, Jackie, we're looking forward to working with you. And so just wanted to give a shout out to you coming and taking Mark's place. And nobody can take Mark's place, but you can try. But no, we are looking
Is
forward
that just your?
to serving with you.
Thank you, for sure. Appreciate it.
Um, So I want to make a comment for the 4 club reps. The total of this membership number that you just gave us, 666 for the 4 clubs. That's about 100 down from what it was at the end of last year. So you're still looking for full members who haven't signed up yet? Or is it pretty much closed off?
I think we'll have some more people sign up, but
Yeah.
Is it the rainy start of the year?
It's during the course of the year.
Yeah, no, I know.
We're getting more and more as
Yeah.
time goes on, even till the end of the year.
No, I know, I understand that. I'm just saying, looking at the start number, it's down from what it was the year before, so.
We're about the same at the end of the day. I know we had some 18ers decided to go back and have joined the Niners.
Okay.
3 or 4 of those, but we always still get new people in. We have a lot of people that are gone to Arizona and San Diego area and don't come back till April or May. So then they can reach out to them
So they don't join up till they come back.
if they're gone for 3 or 4 months.
so I was wondering also, we have Niners that are 18ers and 18ers that are Niners. Is that counted twice?
Uh,
Cause it's only one person.
I think it probably does. It's probably not accurate, but I don't know how else we're gonna.
That's right. Do you
Okay.
have breakfast with your events? I mean, like the spring fling is 2 weeks or something. Do you have breakfast on that?
No, that's the 18ers
Oh,
are.
yeah, what, yeah, they're doing it. I don't, I know they have lunch, but.
Well, Mark has that day.
Mark has that.
Okay, let's just move on to the staff reports. Mark?
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for all the nice comments. Hear me okay? Suckers are loud today. So, golf management report. The golf course started the year at a very good pace. We've done 8,317 rounds of golf, comparing very favorably with the 9,111 reported in 2025. As you go through this year, you've got to remember last year was a banner year. We talked about that last year. So reaching all those might be difficult, but not impossible at all. The difference is just a mere 8.7%. And we do know we had some wonderful weather, but we were also closed for a couple of weeks. So I really feel like we're very close to where we were last year, just had a few more closed days. That's the difference. And more importantly, in collections, we've collected over $574,000 compared to the green fees last year of 580. So we're really close there. Difference is only just a percent or so. So we're in a good spot there. And I think financially, we can say the golf course is doing very well. Golf shop business is also in nice shape, just down a little bit of percentage in some of the overall sales. The 3.6 includes like the range and golf cart rentals and lessons. And then I did mention that the merchandise sales are down about 2.7. Again, those are very small numbers. Not too worried about it right now. Things are just now picking up. The golf operation has already had its first demo day. The TaylorMade company came on February 5th and it produced some sales. It was a very good day. Additionally, we have Exio out today. Cleveland on March 21st, Callaway on April 3rd, and TaylorMade again on April 17th. These are really nice programs where we have fitters come out and help the customers. We're usually out there with them also, staff is. And it's just a great chance for people to try these clubs at no cost and perhaps find the jewel they need to get that game going, especially going into the new year. All 4 clubs are now active and have started their seasons or about to, right, Kurt? Yeah, you're about ready to go. We've also had some outside activities. We have a small group on this Sunday playing. And then the Tilden Seniors will be our first outside event on a Monday. And that is actually next Monday. They've been here several years in a row, but that'll be our first one next Monday. They have, was Jack 86 players? 86 players. Jackie's gonna be a little quieter today. She can barely talk. She's lost her voice, so, yeah, unfortunately. Both Bentley High School and Ocalanis High School are using the Dollar Ranch course for practice and masters, which they generally always do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons. They haven't had any problems at all Schools have been run very, very well this year. And I think our residents and guests are well aware they're gonna be out there. So both programs are humming along very well, and they'll continue until the first week of April. And then we do have fall programs for the girls' teams. That's only Aqualani's at that time. Aeration of the tees has begun. It will be happening this week. The golf course crew will be also working on the fairways, punching those. The schedule for the greens is the Dollar Ranch front nine will be done on March 30th. The back nine on April 6th and Creekside on April 27th. These are typical dates that we do them each year. We find if we do them at this time of year on those dates, we get the best grow in afterwards. They recover quickly and they're very healthy until the fall aeration. These dates could change if perhaps we have some weather, which may not be a bad idea, actually. Could use a little more rain. That wouldn't be a bad thing, but we'll hope that it doesn't interfere necessarily with the aerification. This is my last meeting, strangely as it seems. I want to thank Bert Ferrari and the other members of the committee and the many past chairmen and committee members for their time and energy that they put forward for the golf community. It means a lot. Bert mentioned earlier, it brought to mind, you know, when my first meeting that I attended here in '93 was not here, it was down at Gateway in an office building there, the then boardroom. And I walked into it and it seems to me there were discussion about fees because back then the residents set the fees. Interesting concept. They complained about the golf course not being in very good shape. At the same time, they're trying to figure out how to lower the cost of their coupon for the golf course, their annual pass. I think the annual pass back then was around 300 or 350, something. It was in the 300s anyway. And it was kept artificially low because they were doing their own pricing. So we changed that model pretty quickly. And I think it worked out well. And I've always tried to feel like when we proposed changes in fees, that the golf course was always improving so that our customers, whether they're residents or guests, immediately felt the impact of, hey, it's going up a little bit, but look what we're doing. And I think that was a good model, and it's been fun to watch the facility grow and improve over that period of time. So again, having the trust of this committee has been wonderful. Any questions about?
Because remember it, I don't know if it was last Monday's party for you or the Monday before. You were mentioning that you and Blake had a punch list
Yeah,
that you used. Do you still use that?
we do. Yeah, because we talk all the time. Ann knows that, Jackie knows that, and Jackie is now talking to Blake.
Okay.
And I don't think that'll change. Yeah, I was referring to, we have a 10-year master plan where we really had it laid out, and I have all that material in storage from all those master plans, but then it became a thing of just us, you know, almost weekly or monthly going, well, this needs to, you know, and that'll continue to happen. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go to, yes.
Any update on associate that you're looking to hire for to help Jackie out?
Jack, you want to talk about it or? Okay.
Well, you got it.
I'm sorry, Jack. So, right now we have advertised an assistant professional position. We got in just a couple of resumes. Neither one would be ones that would work into that position at this time. We've also talked to the Northern California PGA office, checking on our job description, everything. They said, Mark, Jackie, great job. Looks beautiful. It's awesome. There's just nobody looking right now. Like other industries, finding golf professionals, qualified ones, is very difficult. In fact, getting people to work in the golf industry is difficult because, I mean, it's a lot of hours. It's weekends, it's holidays. The next generation doesn't really, I mean, for the most part, I'll just say this, they don't like that idea. So it is difficult to find people that will do this kind of work. And so that's why I think the ones we have in the shop right now, the people we have working there are very valuable. They're dedicated people. They know the deal. So I think Jackie has some ideas of how it might move forward, and perhaps she will fill you in next month.
Okay.
With
Do you want me to
those. So
share?
her, you wanna?
Would you like me to share what we spoke, because we were
Yeah, I know.
planning, like, just so you know. Because we know that the pro shop gets hit. And we want to make sure there's a really good level of service and our really great staff aren't getting too beat up. So we discussed that we're gonna put out a limited term, we're gonna figure out which position will fill in limited terms, since we can't get the assistant golf pro. We don't wanna reduce and get a different full-time position, but we have the ability to say it'll term out at this time and may have the opportunity to extend. But that way we can just have someone come in and then, and she believes she may have some candidates for that.
So temporary positions.
Yeah. Yeah, until we get the golf. So then we can open up the recruitment when PGA says, oh yeah, there are people in the, like, on the hunt for a position.
Anything you wanna add?
So it sounds terrible. It would basically be be a shop assistant to cover the hours for lessons, tournaments, and vacations. To get our kids through till fall.
If there's something that we could do, put the word out somehow, or just, keep our eyes open. Let us know what you're looking for, and perhaps we can maybe assist you. A little bit, I don't know what, but just something.
Just keep being kind to us.
This isn't exactly ideal, the way it's worked out at the moment, but I'm sure it will work out over time. If we can find someone, and again, Jackie does have someone in mind that has put in for maybe a part-time situation that's new to the business, it might be a really perfect, actually a very good fit. We just have to give it time to flesh out.
What a quick question.
Yeah.
Earlier, we were talking about the fences moved back, but there was no mention. Is the green back open now?
Okay, so let's get to that one. And again, and I'll start, and if you
Yeah,
have
I
comments,
think you
because we
wanna-
haven't been
you wanna
talking
dispute
about,
it,
it.
yeah.
We've met at the site, we've talked to the contractor, they're making, the situation is right now, we are down to what I believe is the last piece that needs to happen that's near, really adjacent to play. The building, lots of things going on there. You can see that, all that's going on there, the pours and things like that, but that's out of play. That's on the out of bounds side of where we were before. What they're currently doing right now is they're putting in a drainage, which is gonna be for the building and the other areas around it. And that's gonna run approximately along the fence line, we'll just say, and near the green. An outlet and be with an existing line. It's gonna empty into an existing line. They're doing that right now. They're making good progress with that line. Once that gets done, we can probably go ahead and, after talking to contractor, set the hole up so it's playable. It will have some things right away that are not quite exactly what we had before. First of all, there'll be out of bounds down that side. The area that has been worked on around that bunker will immediately become ground into repair. And that'll be marked, and we'll have some circles for drop zones. I've talked to Jackie and Blake about keeping the flag on the really on the left side and center, and not involving the right side where it's gonna be tight by the out of bounds. But if you look where the fence is now, it's eminently playable now that that's been moved. It's just a matter of finishing this part of the project, and then when we get the okay, we can probably do that. So.
Cause it's the orange cyclone fencing.
Correct.
So exactly all that you see will go away. They were hoping by the end of next week, because the weather is favorable.
Yeah.
With drying out, when they opened up the trench, it was quite saturated and everything's drying out really well. So
Yeah.
they'll be able to fill it back in.
So we're looking at a much smaller window now. It looks like we're gaining on it. So we'll have that marked up, and then we'll be able to go from there.
So the fence would be out of bounds, not movable obstruction.
That's correct. The fence line will be the out of bounds mark right now, and the area that is, that area from the fence out to the bunker and beyond that's been disturbed, that'll be ground into repair.
Well, that's good news.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a little I'll finish superintendent report first. We
Yeah.
didn't quite get to this. If you have any questions about this, I certainly will just cover this quickly in the superintendent report. 2026 continues to be a great year as far as the breaks from the heavy rain. March and April, however, can be difficult with mowing. We'll see how that goes. Grass grows just simply so quickly this time of year. So it's hard to keep up for the crew to keep up with it. We'll work on the mowing frequencies. I think everybody agrees the golf course is in nice shape right now. We'll try and maintain that. The work start time is 7 o'clock because of the city of Walnut Creek's noise ordinance. So if you're out there early and greens are not quite cut quick enough, well, it's because we are under that ordinance, but we're getting it done as quickly as we can. We continue the unending task of raising sprinkler heads. That's something I've said the last 2 meetings. That'll be an ongoing thing, probably well into summer as we go back over fairways. As I said, we've done all the green surrounds, but we still have so many that we've got to go ahead and look at and raise those up so they'll be more useful. We removed a dangerous tree on Creekside. It was a massive, in the 80-foot range, stone pine. It was between the 4th and 5th fairway. Had to come down because it was compromised. I've talked to Blake. We've already got a plan for it. I think they've cleaned it up pretty much. The cones are out there with maybe just the stump that needs to be worked on, but we're going to put in another stone pine that none of us will see reach to 80 feet. But it will be in approximately the same area. And then we've decided to put a couple of sycamore trees, which are quite beautiful and will be nice along the creek. It's not just that one tree. Actually, over about the last 10 years, we've lost 4 or 5 trees in that area. So this will kind of give us a break. I'm most worried about off the 4th tee going to the 5th hole. People that hit a hook there. There's just nothing to stop the ball. We used to have some trees there. So by putting those in over time, we'll have a corridor there that will take away that possibility of somebody hitting a shot that could hurt somebody. And it's aeration time, and I think I've already covered that. So any questions about the golf course?
Hey, thank you. Chief Marshal's report, Margot advised she has no report this month. There's no unfinished business. There's no new business I'm aware of. Are there any questions? We are adjourned. The next meeting will be April 10th in this room at 9 a.m. Thank you very much.